Carson, and welcome to Tie Dye with Jennifer. Okay, let's get started. First, you're going to have your water. You're going to have a bucket to put your water in. Then you're going to get some soda ash. You're going to put a teaspoon of soda ash into your water and mix it all up. It is important that you use soda ash because the soda ash breaks down the fiber of the material of the items that you're going to be using. Sometimes you don't have to have soda ash, it's not available. But soda ash is important to make the colors a lot darker than what you want. After you put your soda ash in, you mix it up, and then you're going to get your item, a clothing item, and you're going to put it in your water. You want it to soak for 5 to 15 minutes. Okay, now after 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to wring out the water of your shirt or the item that you're going to use. Really good. Try to get as much water out as you possibly can. We're going to flatten out our item and see about getting most of the wrinkles out of your shirt. Okay, so now we're going to get started. So we're going to do our spiral shirt today. So it's important that you have your table protector down, you have your dye out, and then you also have your rubber bands. So with the spiral shirt, we're going to start somewhere in the middle, but some people like to have their spiral start down the bottom of the top. So you start your spiral wherever it is that you want to start it. So I'm going to start mine in the middle. I'm going to pinch it, and I'm going to turn it. And just keep turning it, trying to keep it as flat as I possibly can. And turn until it all collects together. And then I'm gonna push it more together to make it into a round circle. You're gonna get your rubber bands and scoop under the bottom of it. You're gonna put the rubber bands around your shirt, and we're going to try and I like to do at least 3 or 4 different parts, and you want your parts to be even. You see where it's like a pie? Your parts are going to be even on the front and on the back. So you're making your own pie. Alright, now we're ready to dye. Okay, I have chosen the colors of purple, yellow, and green. Now, it's nice to have a paper towel around because sometimes the dye will drip onto the table, so you can just wipe up the dye as you go along. You don't have to put a whole lot of dye on the item for the dye to go through. So, we're going to start here with the purple, and we're going to put only in the area of this piece of pie where the purple is going. And then you're going to do the same thing across on the other side. And you see, I don't have a whole lot of dye just on the table. You don't need a whole lot of excess dye. So then I'm going to put on my yellow. And then I'm going to go right across from the yellow, and I'm going to put yellow on the other side. Now, it's important for you to get all the white that you see. So you'll go back and you'll touch it up some. And then we're going to use green. We'll do green on one side. And then we'll do green on the other side. Now we're going to flip it over And this is where I like to wipe it up so we can keep it a little clean so that the dye won't get on the other side. So where you see the yellow, we're going to do yellow on this side. Now I like to squeeze, so I'll start with the yellow first. I like to kind of squeeze it in there just to see if I can just get it down inside, down inside of the clothing. So I'll squeeze the yellow because it's the lighter color. And then I'm gonna wipe my hands. I'll squeeze the green just to get the dye down inside. Now it's okay if you see some white. It just brings a little character to your shirts. After we tie dyed our spiral shirt, we're gonna put our shirt in a bag. We're gonna get as much air as we can out of the shirt, and we're gonna fold it over. We wanna leave our bag sitting with the shirt in it for 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. Or if you want a lot of color, you can leave it overnight to get more color. So I'll leave it in there for 6 hours, 3 hours, and then I'll flip it over so that the dye will go back through to the other side. After you have your dye in there for 6 to 8 hours or overnight, you go to the sink, you rinse out your shirt, get as much of the dye out as you can. Put the shirt in the washer. You can wash your shirt and dry your shirt, and then your shirt will be complete. Okay, this is a finished product that I use. I did use some different colors on this shirt. But once you finish rinsing out your shirt, you take your rubber bands off, you put it in the washer, you rinse it out real good, put it in the washer and your dryer, and this is one of your finished products here. Isn't it lovely?